Guys, what is up? Kind of a different video. I'm not going to do crazy branding. There's no featured product. There's nothing cool going on, nothing really fun going on. I'm making this video today, much like many other people, whether they're watch YouTubers or just watch collectors or watch fans, to talk about the Timepiece gentleman situation that's unfolding kind of in real time, if you can call it unfolding, because there's really not a lot of new information coming out. A lot of people might say, hey, why are you hopping on? Why are you doing this video? Are you just trying to follow the trend? Some of you might remember about a year ago, I actually did make a video on this channel talking about how I had bought tons of watches off of the gray market, and I was selling watches on the gray market as a private individual, not as a business, of course. And so by talking about that, a year ago, I think, I owe it to my subscribers and to the people that watch that video to address the fact that, hey, this situation with Timepiece Gentleman, it's a very extreme situation, of course. I watched these guys' videos. I didn't necessarily dislike them. I didn't necessarily love them. They were interesting, to say the least. I started getting into it watching the deal part, which was sort of featured more prominently at the beginning of their videos, and then also in the last couple ones that they did. The flash, glitz, glam, Lamborghinis, and all that sort of stuff. That's not why I started to follow. And I think a lot of their regular viewers saw that as well, saw the shift. Suffice to say, saying that the guys over at Timepiece Gentleman were living a very different life than I think the majority of watch collectors, watch enthusiasts do was an understatement. Now, I want to just circle back again to, I've talked about gray market deals before. I don't think that what's starting to happen in other gray market situations where they're getting a bad rep because of what TPG has done already, I don't think that's fair. You can't judge a book by its cover, but I do understand that gray market deals are very much based on trust, because forgeries and replicas and knockoff watches are so abundant in this industry. And I can understand how some people are not going to trust a gray market buyer or seller, again, because of what happened with TPG. Now, we don't exactly know for sure what has happened. We do know, I guess, the bare minimum, that their store is abandoned. All of their socials are gone except for their YouTube. Nobody's answering their phones, although the phones are still connected. And there's been sightings of Anthony and the branded Audi R8 that they have all over Dallas. So I don't think that they're gone. I think it is probably going to end up being a stupid publicity stunt, which is terrible because, again, it's destroyed the trust for this market for so many people. It doesn't matter how much publicity it's generated them. I think it's a terrible marketing tactic, and I am a marketing professional. It's what I do for work. So I know a thing or two about how to spin publicity in a good way, and this is not it. Given the sightings, given that their phones are still connected and they're just not answering, given that during Roman Sharf's live stream earlier today, this is on Wednesday, that we're recording this, June 30th, they called, both Anthony and Marco called in to, let everybody know that they're there. I think this all adds up to something kind of silly is going on, and it is unfortunate, all right? I mean, I love the freedom and the option and availability of gray market buyers and sellers. The selection of stuff you can get that way, as you saw on Timepiece Gentleman's videos, I mean, they can get pretty much anything for anybody whenever they want, as long as they're willing to pay a little bit of a premium, or in some cases, they actually get a little bit of a deal because they can get it a little bit under what the going rate is. And that's why I have always bought gray market, is because of the availability and the opportunity to take advantage of some deals when they come up. So overall, this is kind of a disheartening situation. I feel for the gray market sellers who are going to get negatively affected by this for no reason. I don't think TPG and the crew have skipped town. I think they're going to come back in a week or 2 weeks and do some, we've rebranded, or we got our new store, or some stupid stuff that's really not worth the negative impact that it's going to cause, regardless of whatever the strategy was, whether it was to make out and steal everything, or rebrand, launch a new store, and come back and surprise everybody. The guys, Anthony or whoever from TPG, thought this crazy idea through to do this, didn't clearly think it or see it through to the end, because it's really going to backfire on them, and it's going to backfire on a lot of people. And I feel for everybody who's going to be negatively impacted as a result of one group's unfortunate decision to use their position and their clout in a negative way. That's all I have to say. I don't know any more than anybody else out there on YouTube or anywhere else does right now. We'll just have to wait and see how this plays out. I hope this video doesn't age well. I hope we get some good news, or, you know, it turns out to all be a stupid stunt for publicity. And yeah, the long and the short of it is, don't be afraid to trust your gray market dealers. Not everybody is a timepiece gentleman. A lot of these guys, the guy I use here in the Toronto area is an excellent guy, and I absolutely still have my trust and my faith in him. He's never failed to deliver a good product. He's never failed to pay me or in exchange deliver a product that I've paid him for. And I don't think one bad experience or one bad apple in a group of so many good actors should have negatively impact everybody. So that's it, guys. Just, you know, use your best judgment. If something seems too good to be true, then maybe it is.